Today the Marigot Bay Resort and Marina has gotten together with the entire community. We've gone together the school, the residential, the business community, and what we're doing is having a morning of cleaning up the community, cleanup campaign. We started off on the beach, La Basse Beach, coming right up the public road all the way to the main road and cleaning the entire area. What we structured is to give back to the community and ensure that we have a community that's clean, sustainable. We cleaned up the beach. The thing about the beach is that there are a lot of plastics, a lot of garbage being dumped, and we need to sensitize the community, we need to sensitize the people to take part and become part of this initiative to sustain our environment.
Marigot Beach Club is happy to be being part of this experience that we have here today, where we trying to help clean out the community, to take care of all the plastics, to take away all the garbage that's around. You know, we want to make sure that we make an impact today to show how we care, not just to be, you know, business owners or stakeholders in Marigot Bay, but also care for the community, to look after the community for sustainability, and to look after the future generation to come, to make sure that they understand that we are not just interested in business aspects of things, but also to take care of, you know, the cleanliness and to look after the beautification of St. Lucia.
I'm here with Mango Beach Inn because they've sponsored us for years, and we're all about getting young people involved in protecting the environment. So I was really excited when Marigot Beach Hotel, I'm saying the name wrong, when Michelle called and said, we're going to do an adult cleanup. We do have some of the kids from George Odlum coming down, but it's mostly been the adults, and I think we need to show that we're all working together. It's not just the kids' problem, it's all of our issue, and we all have to work together to solve it. And I've got props. We need to get away from single-use plastic and start using stuff we can reuse time and again, because this is what's ending up in the sea, and we don't want that.
I teach at the Stanley John Odlum Memorial Secondary School, and one of the subjects that I teach there is education for democratic citizenship. The purpose of this subject is to help the students to become active citizens in their society and citizens who are capable of making a positive change in our country. So when the members of the Marigot Bay Beach Resort, Marina and Spa invited our school to participate in this cleanup campaign, I volunteered because our students, currently we were working on the module entitled The Environment, and one of the areas in this module was where they had to learn about the consequences of our behavior on the environment and how we as citizens can do our part to help our environment. So I've selected some students from my Form 2 classes, and we joined the activity, and they were, first of all, they were very excited when they heard about it. They wanted to be active in that activity. One of the things that I noticed is that the students were kind of surprised at the amount of garbage that we collected along the community while we were walking around in the community. They were kind of surprised, even if this is some of the things that came up when we were doing the module, but they were surprised to see how much garbage that we indiscriminately dispose around our environment. And one of the things that they did say is that they'd be a little more mindful about how they dispose of their garbage, because they realize that most of the garbage can eventually end up in our rivers, in our seas. It can affect not just the natural beauty of the environment, but our marine life. So I think that the students learned a lot because they put into practice what we were discussing in school, and I think taking part in the activity was like an eye-opener for them. I am hoping that this activity could help them be a little more mindful about how they dispose of their garbage in their communities as well as in the school environment.
There's a lot of plastic, bits of plastics that's been dropped along the shoreline, and what it's doing is going into the water, and our fish takes it for food and eats it. And when that happens, it contaminates the fish. Sometimes the fish die as a result. This doesn't sustain our livelihood. We depend upon fish, especially fishermen, to give us an income. And if the fish is no longer, then we have a problem there. So we need to ensure that the sea life is sustained. We live in an environment where every creature has the right to live. And we want to ensure that we sustain that as much as possible. All this can be found inside of fish. When this is dumped on the shoreline, it goes into the ocean and the fish take this for food and eat it. And when you go fishing, you can find fish with this inside of it. It sometimes kills the fish, or you can find fish that's contaminated with pieces of plastic inside of it. It's really not sustainable in terms of we depend on fish for our livelihood, and we're just eradicating all of it. Next thing, the species are gone. Yeah, it's a good thing.